I'm your host, Kimmi, #1 notary educator. In case you did not know who I am, I train notaries nationwide how to do their notarial processes, how to have multiple streams of income, how to grow their business, how to market their business. And that's what I do. I keep it simple. I have an all-inclusive notary mentorship program that is amazing. That includes live weekly mentorship. If you work the program will work for you. Hey, Melissa, how are you? What's up? What's up? So I wanted to hop on tonight. I always get the same questions about apostilles, and I wanted to answer a few apostille questions for you. Hey, Tamla, what's going on? How are you guys enjoying mentorship? How are you enjoying mentorship? So, hey, everybody who will watch the replay and those who will listen to the podcast, welcome also. Yeah, so some questions that I commonly get about apostilles, I want to go ahead and address them here for you because I know a lot of you are still leaving the money for apostilles on the table. Katrina, how are you? And you're frightened. And I understand that, the unknown. Somebody was in my comments one day and they were like, Kimmi, you shouldn't say just get out there and do it. And you always say people want to see every single document. It's not that they want to see every single document, but they're afraid. I understand that. That's why I try to overcome the objection, which is commonly I have to see every single document. Okay. And I don't want you to feel like you have to see every document to succeed, because you don't. Okay. Even in apostilles, you do not have to. So let's talk about it. For those of you who may be brand new, what is an apostille? An apostille is a document needing a higher level of authentication prior to leaving the United States. There are more than one way to process it. I'm not going to get into the processes tonight because that can take us a moment. But I am going to address some of the more common objections that I have from notaries not wanting to process them. Okay, not wanting to process them. The first one is that it's too complicated. It's too complicated. I have also said that, but once you take your time, learn the processes, they don't change. Okay, the process is simple. The process itself is simple. Each state may look a little bit different, but once you learn the overall, like if you know how to bake a cake, you know how to bake a cake. It's going to be the same way every time. You're going to usually have some eggs, some flour, some water, some milk, whatever you're going to put in it, right? The same thing with apostille. You're going to always have a document that needs a higher level. It's going to usually go to a Secretary of State. It's going to have to get back to that client. Okay, again, this is not about the process, but I want you to know that once you learn the process, it kind of works the same way for every single state. There are a few exceptions always, okay? Now, I do have my apostille course that takes you to, does a deep dive into apostilles. So again, I can't teach you everything here in a YouTube video, but the course is on sale 60% off. Coupon code is WIN2025, WIN2025, or you can actually access it as part of the mentorship program. It's all inclusive, the mentorship program. Okay, I need to move this light, y'all. Hold on. Okay, we need a little bit of light, but that's kind of like right in my eyes for some reason. So anyway, so that's the number one thing, that it's just too complicated. I don't want to even try it. I'm not big on not even wanting to try something. Okay, I don't usually try something once unless it's illegal. And then if you just figure out, you know what, I don't like doing those, then don't do it. But don't just say, I don't want to do it. Okay. Hey, Lisa, we got all of the mentees up in the house. All these business owners. What's going on? Yeah, so I don't want you to be afraid to do anything. And that's why I teach in such a way to keep it uncomplicated. Can one of you tell me what's going on in the chat? Let me see. Can I check it? Alexis is manning the chat also. If you are not part of mentorship, you should be, because we answer that chat all day. Lisa, can somebody tell me, Tamla, what's going on in the chat if it's something I need to handle? Jeffrey is coming. He's outside, so we will answer the chat if you guys are watching live. Anyway, so yeah, so being just simply afraid to do it. I don't want you to be afraid. Okay. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to master all the different things we talk about. So number one is, again, is this the process. Once you kind of get it, the process doesn't change. Okay. Number two, Jeffrey just walked in. Can you check the chat, Jeffrey? See what's going on, please. Thank you. Okay. He is also part of Notary Educators, for those of you who did not know. What? Myself, Jeffrey, and Alexis. If you keep talking, I'm going to have you come on camera. Uh-oh. So you coming or you being quiet? Which one? Oh, now he ain't talking. Now you got to come and at least say hello so they know I ain't talking to myself. Come on. Come on. He's coming. Hello. Nope. Take that off and say hello. He's coming, y'all. Because now you want to be all in the mix. He do that with my phone conversations sometimes. Yeah, he want to be all in the mix. Hello. You gonna pull up a chair in a minute. Stay out of my business. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, y'all. So number two, most common thing I hear when it comes to apostilles, I don't live near the Secretary of State. Who cares? No one cares where you live at, okay? Your documents don't care if you live near the Secretary of State. You just need to know how to process it, okay? You need to know how to process it. So I live in Georgia. I have completed apostilles for the state of Texas, okay? For the state of Michigan, for the state of Florida. Washington, D.C. has been involved, okay? Bernice is trying to find ways to do scan bags. Bernice is really overthinking this. She's really overthinking this. Alexis will handle it. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. She's really overthinking it. Miss Donna just gave her info on one she's been using. Okay. Thank you. Because I think she's really overthinking it. But we still do overthinkers. I'll get back to her, Miss Bernice. Or I thank Donna too for helping. And they help each other in the chat too. Thank you, Lisa, for checking it out for me. I appreciate it. So again, back to the apostille, as I was stating. And you don't live by the Secretary of State. You don't have to, guys. There's a mail service. Many of them. Nowadays, it's not the Pony Express by means of horse. Now you can actually use what's called FedEx. You don't live by the Secretary of State, so what? You can use UPS. You don't live near the Secretary of State, so what? United States Postal Service. Oh, you don't live near the Secretary of State? Who cares? Call another notary. Mail it to her. She takes it in for you. You use a courier on the ground. So that is the number one reason why people say, I don't do apostilles. I don't live near the Secretary of State. It's fine. We teach you what to do. You're leaving money on the table, okay? So again, in my case, in the state of Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, rather, in the city of Atlanta, I live near the Secretary of State. I am 30 minutes from the Secretary of State. I am maybe 40 from the Secretary of State. I'm like 30 from the clerk county office. So Georgia has a slightly different process. Okay. But regardless, if I needed a notary in New York, I have several connections in New York. Okay. If I just can't find anybody, I'm going to go to Google and say, hey, can you take this document to Florida Secretary of State for me? I do have a Florida connection too. She is the bomb.com. Okay. But I have more than one connection. So I can work all 50 states. Okay. It doesn't matter where I'm located. What matters is where that document is originating, and it matters where the document is going to. Those are your main concerns. Okay. Tamala says, I'm overthinking it for sure. Tamala, what are you overthinking when it comes to apostilles? Because I know you are in mentorship. What are you overthinking? Let me know. And you may not understand it the first time you watch it. It took me a while to learn apostilles. Okay, it took me a while. So I'm not expecting you to learn all the processes overnight. You have to watch the video maybe 10 times. And every time you watch it, you're going to get a different piece to the puzzle. It's going to look different. Have you ever watched a TV show over and over and over, or a movie over and over and over? What's your favorite movie right now? Everybody, tell me your favorite movie. One that I watch over and over is, I watch A Few Good Men. I watch Mommy Dearest. I watch, what's my other one? When it rain, I like to watch, Jeff. It's 4 hours. South and North and South. What is that? Scarlett O'Hara. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. I watch that over and over and over. Give me some of y'all movies right quick. What's your favorite movie that you watch? Oh, yes, Melissa. Yes. 5 Heartbeats. That's another one. On a night like this, wait a minute, raindrops are fall. I don't want to get a copyright, even though I can't sing. But that's my, yes, that come on over and over and over. Temptations is another one. Temptations. Tamala says The Best Man. So you watch these movies over and over and over, right? Don't every time you watch the movie, you get something different out of it. Every single time you watch it, you like, oh, did you see she did that? I didn't realize he did that, right? It's the same exact thing with apostilles. The same exact thing. Katrina said that was my reason. Yes. Yes. So it's, you have to take your time with them. You're going to have to watch my course or whatever course you buy 5 or 6 times, okay? I'm hoping you'll check out my course. It's really nice. It's very short. It gives you everything you need to get started. Hey, April, what's up? What's up? So the point is, though, it takes time. And every time you watch your favorite movie, you get a different thing that you didn't see the first time. Every time. Every time. So it's the same thing with apostilles. So again, those are a couple of the most common ones I get. The third one that I really get a common is, I don't know how to charge. How do I price it? I go over that in the training with you. I'm going to go over a few of the items right here, right now. I did a whole thing on how to charge a few days ago, last week. But really quick, you're looking at, where's the document going? You're looking at what country. You got to know that, because that's going to help you see how many processes are involved. Is it a local apostille, or is it going to another state? Is the client going to pick it up? Are you taking it to the client? You got to look at all that. Okay? It's a lot of variables. Questions equal money. I teach that from day one. Any part of the business you do, you have to ask questions. And every time you ask a question, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Every time you ask your client a question, how far, where do I have to go, where is it going, how are you going to get it back? Do I need a courier? Do I need to have it mailed to them? Every time you ask a question, and it keep more questions. Every time you keep asking more questions, that just means more money. I love questions. I love questions. Okay? Because questions equal what? Money. Okay? And your client can feel it too. Your client is like, oh, okay. She's not a $2 notary. You heard me say that before, right? Because I start asking, oh, okay, are any witnesses required? What type of document is it? Where do I need to travel to? Yeah. See, the client is thinking too, oh, I thought this was going to be $2. No, it's not. Okay. Now, April is saying, I did the apostille, but I haven't heard anything back yet. Okay. No news is good news, April. And what state? I think it was Florida, right? Was it Florida, April? And what country was it going to? And April did something I don't like, but she did it without training. Puerto Rico. Okay. April, that's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago, right? What did they say their turnaround time was? Check into that. Did you follow up on it at all? Have you called? Have you reached out to anybody? Have you checked the website to see what the process is to reach out? I don't know. I feel like it's been more than 2 weeks to me, April. I feel like it's been more than 2. Are you recording this somewhere so you can keep a track of when you're calling? All this is important, okay? You can check out my new journal. It has a place in there for apostilles too. Because my other one, I had a special journal for specialty work, but my new journal covers everything. I'm not ready to roll it out yet. I did roll it out actually, but I'm gonna do another official rollout because I made a few changes to it. I think you're gonna be pleased. So, but you can buy the one that's on sale now. It's actually, the inside doesn't change. It's just the outside is changing. So if you want to check out the journal, you can. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com, okay? April says, I called the client and nothing yet. You called the client to follow up about the document. Is that what you're telling me, April? Is that what you're saying? You called your client to find out what's going on with the document? I would never do that again. Yes, please, honey. I told you when you did it, if you got through it, be blessed. But I don't recommend we do something we don't know nothing about. I just don't recommend it. I'm sorry. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. April, let me know. Are you saying that you called your client to ask them about the follow-up? Let me know if that's what you're saying. Okay, because that's not what I would recommend. We don't call our client to find out the follow-up. Let me know. Is that what you did? You called your client and say, hey, what's going on with your apostille that he paid you for? Let me know. No shade, okay? But we have to be organized. Let's talk about that right quick when it comes to apostilles too. You have to be organized because you got to keep up with dates. When did I check on this? When did I mail it off? No, not that. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, don't call your client and say, what's going on with your apostille? Because they're going to be like, you don't know? All right, so let's get organized. Let's get organized. You got to have systems in place, okay? I have the journal. But it doesn't have to be my journal. You can use Excel spreadsheet. I do have it here. These are the two, guys. Two journals. Boom, boom, boom. This is the one, the cover that you can actually buy right now, but it's actually in the process of being changed. So if you like this yellow, go ahead and get it. But inside the journal, you can put, like if it's a loan signing, the hire and company information up there. And then for your apostille, on the bottom here, you would put check apostille. Okay, check apostille. And then you would put the destination country, the originating country, what kind of document was it, any comments or notes on it, and start writing your dates on there, okay? So that's what the inside of the journal looks like. The inside is not changing. So again, if you like this yellow, go ahead and get that. Okay, yes, this is new. This is a new product I'm offering. Yes, and I made this journal, and I love this journal. But I just changed the outside of it a little bit. So once it is finished, I will let you see the new one. But people are loving the yellow, and I was kind of torn if I should change it or not. They're $12.99 right now. $12.99. I'm rolling them out at a reduced rate. $12.99, and it has a space for 100 signings, and it's one page per person. That way your client can't see what you're doing for the next person, so you can turn it whatever you want to do, but one page per person. Okay, I love that journal. I wrote it exactly with your spot in there for your travel fee. There's a separate spot for, it's real nice, April. It's a separate spot for the travel fee, a separate spot for how many stamps, because you need that for tax purposes. And there's also a separate total fee, okay? Because you should be breaking down that fee on your receipts, okay? So I'm going to take some general questions from you now. April, keep me posted, though, on your apostille. I'm going to recommend, hon, that you check up tomorrow because I think it's been 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not tracking your apostille, but I remember that conversation, and I want to say it's been about 3. I might be wrong, okay? But I really want to say it's more like the 3-week mark. So I want you to follow up tomorrow, okay? Go to Puerto Rico's website, see if there's an email that you can email somebody. You know, when you're keeping your record, you want to make sure you keep the tracking number. This is just some additional tips, okay? You want to keep a record of when did you mail it, the tracking number, of course, the destination. You want to keep a track of that. All that could be on right here in your journal, okay? Under your notes. All right. You can write all that right here in your journal under your notes. So all your notarial acts, ink fingerprinting, and all of the ink fingerprinting is not a notarial act, but there's a space in here for all of your notarial acts, okay? Now it's one journal, I-9 form, wedding officiant, permit running, copy certification. Whatever you're doing, you just check it, okay? So very good. What questions do we have tonight? So those are my few little tips, though, because I want y'all to start doing apostilles. Again, the course is Master Apostilles. It's not that complicated. It is 60% off. Coupon code is WIN, WIN2025. A common question I get too is does the course, if you purchase it, come with the mentorship part of the program? It does not. So when you buy the course, you own the course. That's just that, right? Not that I'm not going to like look at something with you, okay? But that's not my promise, because you bought the course, you bought the course. Now, if you have the course as part of mentorship, then yes, you have access to myself, Alexis, and Jeffrey, okay? That's part of the mentorship program. That's ongoing. So if you get stuck on an assignment, we got you. Whatever you need, training, whatever, we got you as part of the mentorship. So those are two different things. You buy the course, you own the course, self-paced, or you can be a part of it with the mentorship program. Okay, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. I want to get a few of these questions. Oh, Roybert. Is it Roybert? Good evening. I'm new to the notary world. Where do I start? What state are you in, Roybert? What state? I would have you start by getting the book that I wrote for your state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama and Alaska. Whatever state you are in, there is a book for you. Maryland. Yeah, How to Start Your Notary Business in the state of Maryland. I wrote a book for that, okay? And it's at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And the reason I want you to start there is because there's no way for me to tell you everything about the business right here. But it's a very quick read. You can get the digital ebook. It's like $6.99. And take a few days and just read that over, process it, see if this is what you want to do. And then from there, you can go to Maryland Secretary of State. You can apply to get your commission and then double back for your training with us also, okay? That's what I would recommend. Maryland, notaryeducatorsllc.com is our website. Okay. Notaryeducatorsllc.com. And Maryland is a little tricky when it comes to the general notary work. You're so welcome. But you can make a lot of money also with the loan signings, the apostille. So it's more than one piece of the business because your travel fee is set in Maryland. Okay. So that's a little tricky for you. Most of our states, we can charge just about whatever we want or a few limitations, but each state is a little bit different. That's why I have that book, okay? So again, once you kind of get a nice overview of the business, it'll be our pleasure to help you to get, to make it into a business and start making money, okay? Lori W's in the house. What's up, Lori? How are you? Why'd you retract your message, Lori? How's it going? So our next mentorship live session is coming up on Wednesday. Oh, great. Our next live session is going to be on Wednesday, and we are talking about how to communicate with clients. There are different things that we need to think about when it comes to communication. And I'm pretty excited to go over that topic. It was asked, actually. So what I try to do is monthly put out in the chat, what do you all want to talk about? The group. And somebody wanted to talk about how to communicate with clients. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to communicate, be it at the appointment, be it at the table, after the signing, what happens, all forms of communication. We're going to be talking about it on Wednesday. So you want to be in the room where it's happening, okay? Did y'all see Hamilton? The room where it happened, the room where it happened. I love Hamilton. So my friend treated me to Hamilton a few years ago in Chicago. Went to the live play. She didn't even know I was into it. And I didn't know I was either. Obama's made such a big deal out of it, right? Years and years ago. And I happened to be visiting with her. And she said, I'm taking you to a surprise. And I was like, okay. And we got dressed and we went. And it was so cold. I wasn't looking my best that day. Oh, man, I feel bad. Anyway, I felt terrible because I wasn't feeling my best. And I was so tired, and I was like, I don't want to go nowhere. So I, went on, and I didn't get dressed up. If I knew where we were going, I would have really did it, even though it was cold. But it was cold in Chicago. And we went and had the best time. I got a chance to see Hamilton, the play. So I've seen it on Disney, of course. My husband has a Disney thing, a friend of his. He's using their Disney thing. Oh, Disney ain't watching. Oh, anyway, so I digress. Tell everything. That's what he just said. I'm in trouble. Who cares?
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. You think Disney watching a little old me? Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, so what else is going on in these notary streets? Tamla says, I think I'm overthinking my website. Can't decide which platform to use. You probably are. So it depends, Tamla. And this will tell you what you need to do, baby. Okay, I call everybody baby, so I'm not being disrespectful. Okay, so what I recommend is if you are not very tech savvy, okay, and you don't want to pay somebody continuously to update your website, What do I recommend? Somebody been watching me for a minute. Can somebody tell me what I recommend? And Tamala probably knows too, because she's in mentorship. So, but what website do I recommend? If you do not feel like being bothered all the time, calling somebody saying, hey, can you change this? Or paying somebody $100 a month to manage your website, or every time you need something, you have to pay them to change out a picture, to change out something. Thank you, Lori W. GoDaddy. Because it's so simple. Lori W's all Lori. Thank you, Lori. So yes, I recommend GoDaddy, and there's a reason. Anything I tell you guys to do, it's a reason for it, okay? Right now, I just made some changes to our website, Notary Educators, last night. It was a little thing, but I think it's made a difference in people looking at the website. I knew it was there, but I didn't know how to use it, how I wanted to use it. So I figured it out last night, and I love it. And I think the people do too. So I'm saying this, Tamala, because again, if you want complete control of your website, GoDaddy. You pay them once a year. I pay $263 for the one I have. Now I got all the bells and whistles on it, okay? But if you want just a regular run-of-the-mill website, I think it's like $130, $140 per year, and then you buy the domain. That's another $12 per year. So under $150, you can have a whole blown website, okay? As many pages as you want. And I got a little extra because I got more people I'm dealing with, and I'm running a different type of business. So I have 2 GoDaddy accounts. I have 2. My personal business, None Better Mobile Notary, that's on GoDaddy, and it is so doggone cute. That's where I use my pink at. And then I have the yellow website for Notary Educators, which is where, I do my teaching at. So I have 2 GoDaddies. I've had them for about 3 years now, 3 or 4. When I first started out, Google had the landing page that was free. So I was like, oh, I don't need a website. And now I tell people, once I did change over to a website, at the time Angela was with us, Alexis, and we all made changes at the same time. So Alexis and I ended up using GoDaddy, and our business did increase. Angela also had somebody to do her website, and her business increased at the time. So I'm all about using GoDaddy. And again, they have 24-hour customer service if you get stuck. If you don't know how to build it, we can build it for you. Now, there's a free one because somebody in our mentorship program just built out their website, Miss Donna. Shout out to Donna. And it's beautiful. Okay. She used Google Sites. Okay. And that website is beautiful. Now, I don't know how long it took her, and Google Sites is free. So I don't know how long it took her. I don't know any of the details about it. I didn't ask because I don't think I'm interested. I've been doing GoDaddy for so long, and I think it helps me rank with search engine optimization. It'll tell you actually how your website is doing. So in the grand scheme of things, it says both of my websites actually rate like 99 out of 100. Now I need to go out there and see why it's not 100. But I was content with 99. But it'll let you know, though, hey, you need to add a photo, or you need to add a logo, or why don't you have ABC? Okay. Yeah. So check out GoDaddy. I again, that depends on what you're looking for. There's free. And I just told you about Google Sites, and you're in the mentorship program. So you saw, Tamla, did you see Miss Donna's website the other night? Because she put it right in the chat, in our group chat. Did you see it? Let me know, did you see her website? Because Miss Donna did that, y'all. Her website is beautiful, and Google Sites is free. So again, I don't know about search engine optimization. I'm thinking it should be great because Google is Google. I mean, Google is the #1 search engine, period. Okay. So I would think that would help her to rank. I'm sure it has some limitations because anytime you do anything for free, it's not typically you get what everybody else is, full. You're not getting everything, but it may be enough because I used my free version for years. So I don't know. Tamla says, okay, thanks. I want to have full control. No, I didn't see it. Tamla, aren't you in the group? Are you in the group me? I just don't recall. I remember you coming to session, but are you actually a part of the group me? Because a lot of times people are missing out by not joining the group me. Just refresh my memory. Jeffrey, is Tamla in the group me? Just tell me. And you should know too, Tamla, but Jeffrey's still standing here. Yes, I'm on group me. Oh, you missed it. Well, go back, honey. You missed some stuff in the chat. That's what it's there for. That's a whole nother stream of information, of knowledge. Today, people were dropping their logos, and they did some amazing freaking logos. I'm like, hey, I need y'all to do me a logo. I mean, they was knocking it out the box, like for real. I mean, people did their logos. They was dropping their logos like crazy. So go back and see if you can find Miss Donna's website, or maybe she'll drop it again for you. But she did an amazing job. Lisa says, yes, it is beautiful. You did a great job, Miss Donna. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Shout out to Donna because she did that. Again, I don't know how long it took or any of the details, but it was beautiful. And today everybody was dropping their logos. And I mean, they use ChatGPT. I was trying to find out which one they were using. I still didn't find it, but I mean, I'm kind of good on the logo, I guess. But I don't know. I might hire one of them to do my logo because I mean, they did an amazing job. But I was just so proud of them. And one person, she was like, I would have never did any of this if she was not part of Notary Educators Mentor Program. And that touched my heart this morning. I was dropping hearts in there like crazy because I love when people say that, you know. I know we do a great job. I know we deliver. I know we care about the people. And it shows in everything we do, from our pricing of our products, you know, to being available, our time, the YouTube channel. Now we have a blog. The blog is doing amazing. We have a podcast. So all the information that we try to provide is always top notch. People always say, well, you give away so much for free. How do you make any money? But, you know, when you give, you always receive. You always receive. I have people right now, sometimes I always ask, how did you find us? And they'll be like, my neighbor told me about you, or my friends saw you on YouTube, or my family saw you on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I got other people working for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say about your reviews too. We're going to talk about reviews next month in mentorship, because a lot of us are still sleeping on reviews. We're going to talk about it. And I always say that too with even my reviews. Google's working for me. Okay? Google's working for me. How? When I ask people for reviews and I'm constantly ranking and going up to the top, you know, Google is saying, hey, call None Better Notary. They got something going on over there. Call Notary Educators. They know what they're talking about. Okay? So Google works for me nationwide. I get people calling me all across the country. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, how do you even get my number? Oh, I found you on Google. Okay, now that's free. And it's worth it. It's worth its weight in gold. So when you don't even have a Google My Business page, I got an issue with that. I have a real issue with that. It's like, oh, my business isn't doing well. First thing I say, do you have a Google page? Nope. Nope. Nope, nope. No, 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 no. Why? Why you on a Google page? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It's completely free. And yes, once you put that page up, people may start calling you. That's facts. That's why you need to take training. So when the phone start ringing, now you can start, you know, it's just one big circle. It's just one big circle. People don't want to set up the Google page because they don't have no training. They don't want to pay for training because they just figure it'll just open up their head and just fall in there some kind of way. Or I could just watch one YouTube video and know what I'm doing. You cannot. Now, some of you may be able to. But 99% of you are going to actually need to systematically learn what is an acknowledgement, what is a jurat, okay? What is estates packages consist of? What is a living will? What is a power of attorney? What is a witness? How do I get witnesses? How do I price my services? What is an apostille? What is proctoring? What is ink fingerprinting? Okay, what is field inspections? How do I do that? Can I become a field inspector and I don't have a college degree? Yes. Did Kimmi write a course on that too? Yes. Start your field inspection business. And guess what, guys? It's not that complicated. Wedding officiant, remote online notary, every single thing we got you covered A to Z in Notary Educators at notaryeducatorsllc.com website. Okay, Notary Educators, once again, for the people in the back, notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay, it's $47 per month, $47 per month, all inclusive, literally all inclusive. We meet 4 to 5 times per month live in addition to that. And then we have a chat that runs just about 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And I keep it open that late for my people on the West Coast, Mountain Time, and Pacific Time, okay? So we pretty much run that chat all day. Somebody gonna answer your question. Kimmi, Lori says, Kimmi, I passed the NNA loan signing exam yesterday. I was ready thanks to you and the team. Oh, Lori, you are so welcome. I don't recall seeing that in the chat. Did I answer that? Did you put that in the chat yesterday? I just don't recall seeing it. And maybe I did because we talked about so much yesterday. We had so many wins yesterday and today. So if I did, I'm pretty sure, I know I would have said something, but did you put that in the chat yesterday, Lori? And congratulations. No, this is my first time telling anyone. Oh, congratulations. I'm glad you shared it with me first and all the YouTubers. But tell your notary fam, congratulations. Yes, that loan signing course that Alexis has prepares you for the notary signing agent test. It does. It actually gives you more than that. Oh, you are so welcome. My God, I'm so happy for you. Stuff like that is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. This is why I charge what I charge. This is why. This is why. Because Lori can come on here now and say, Kimmi, thank you. I did it. And now Lori's business is going to bloom because she's putting in the work. You understand what I'm saying? So if you work the program will work for you. That's what I always say. And it's true. It's facts. It's happening. We see it every day. So if you want to be a part of the #1 winning team, #1 notary program out there for only $47 a month, believe me when I tell you, you get way more than $47 a month. Believe me. I only talk about the price because one, everybody say, Kimmi, how much is it? How much is it? How much is it? So I have to tell you, if I just say go to the website, you won't just go to the website. So you want me to tell you, I'll tell you right here. It's not a big deal. It's $47 per month. It has not changed. Well, actually, let me take that back because we started in July and we added so many more programs that we had to increase the price a little bit. So it went up to $47 because it used to be $39.99. But it has not changed since October, and I don't see the price changing, okay? I think that's a great price point for people that are serious about their business. And I don't want to lower the price because I just don't want anybody in the program. I just don't. I really want serious-minded people. And at a certain dollar amount, I think you find a more serious group of people. So we have a positive group of people. And for those who the group is not for, they leave. And it's okay. We're going to still be friends. And the only main reason I find that a couple people aren't happy is because I think they thought they were going to be able to join a mentorship program and just say, hey, what color should my logo be? Hey, how much should I charge? Hey, well, I cover all of that in every single video. Now, we're not saying you cannot put something in the chat, but I'm going to push back and ask you questions if I know I wrote a full hour course on it and I know you haven't watched the course. And yet you're asking 10 different questions over here that are answered in the course and then some that will help you to actually be a business owner and to know what you're talking about versus me just feeding you information. So that person is not probably a fit for our mentorship program. And that's why it took me so long to come out with a mentorship program. I couldn't come up with one that would work for you and work for me. Because when I first started this almost 5 years ago, I'm going to get y'all comments in just a second. When I first started this almost 5 years ago, people would say, hey, Kimmi, can you be my mentor? Can you be my mentor? And I was always like, no, we don't offer mentorship. Nope. And no, we do not offer mentorship. I was very clear. And I didn't do it for years. I mean, literally years. We just started mentorship last year. Once I found the secret sauce and how I can make it work. So I'm like, well, if you work with me, I give you access to the training. You look at that. And then, as you're learning and you're putting the work in, I can come in there and clean it up for you. I can answer the little loose questions you have. I can help you with your first signing. Me and the team, we can do all of that. But I don't have time to sit and answer every single question. Can I take an expired ID? And the first thing I tell you to do is get your handbook and know your handbook. You need to know that. I don't need to know that. You live in whatever state you live in. I can come in and teach everybody how to be a great notary, But I don't know if you could take an expired ID. That's for you to know. Okay, I might know it because I've been doing this long enough. But the point is, I want you to know it because this is your business. Okay, you want to be a six-figure notary, you want to be a boss, entrepreneur, all those key buzzwords. You need to know what to do. Okay, so that's why I said our mentorship program. If you don't want to do the work, don't sign up because it's not the kind of mentorship where you're gonna ask me or anybody, period, all day long questions that you've not even studied not one of the courses that we put out, and you just start asking questions. No. Where's your handbook? Do you have it? So that's why I said, but if you really want to do the work, our mentorship program is number one. If you want to get in there and we get in the trenches with you, you watch the videos, you have your questions, we meet weekly, you take advantage of the group me and do what we tell you to along with what you want to do with your business. Okay. I always say that loosely because I know what worked. Right now I have somebody, okay, should I do A, B, and C? And I'm like, I'm telling you, you should do A. Well, I want to do A. Well, this is your business. You get the right to choose. We're going to still be friends at the end of the day. That's what I always tell people. You're not going to change me. I'm not going to change you. Now, does that mean I'm not open to changing some things? Of course I am. I've made a lot of strides in my business from listening to you guys. I listen to y'all just like you listen to me. But it's my business and I get the right to choose. Notary educators and None Better Notary, I get the right to say, you know what? That's a doggone good idea Lori got. I'm going to do that. Or Lisa really came up with something amazing. I'm going to do that. Or Tamla, oh yeah, dog, I didn't think about that. You see what I'm saying? I get the right to choose. But just because you told me to do it don't mean I got to do it. And the same thing with you. I'm like, you know what? I don't think you should pick that name. I don't know about those colors. I don't know about that printer. And if that's what you want to do you. We're going to still be friends because you get to run your business the way you want to. And that's the best part about this whole thing is you get to run your business how you want to. Lori W says, it's well worth it. It's quality. Appreciate it, Lori. And the results are in the testing. Lori just got her NNA test. Again, congratulations. So now you need to start signing up with signing companies. Yay. What's your next step, Lori? Let me know. You can tell me here or you can tell me Wednesday nights. It's up to you. Or you can tell me tonight in the chat, whatever you want to do. I'd like to hear it here so we can talk about it, but that's up to you, baby. Lisa says, I love the group and my notary family. Yes. And Lisa and Lori and Tamla, everybody puts a lot into the group. Miss Donna. Donna's, we got two Donnas. Hyra. Everybody. And I know I'm missing people, so don't kill me if y'all go back and watch this. Suzanne. Everybody puts a lot of information into the group. And that's how you win too. Closed mouths don't get fed. Right? So I'm big on communication, if you couldn't tell. That's how I even started my business, asking questions. Hey, what you doing for work? Somebody's visiting my sister and I'm asking that question. How I started my daycare. Hey, what you doing for work? So I'm big on questions. Okay. Lori's just thanking everybody. So any other questions? Speaking of questions, any other questions you guys have for me tonight while I am here live? Again, mentorship will happen on Wednesday night. And if you do miss the live mentorships, I'm doing a few on Sundays for the month of March. If you do miss the live mentorship, you can always catch the replays. And the thing about you starting at this point, you can go back and see all the gems that was dropped. Every replay that we have is in the library and accessible. We also have templates on tip sheets. We have templates for tip sheets, how to price your services, what questions to ask. That's also in front of the journal too. I went ahead and put that in the journal. Your sample screening questions is right in the front of the journal. I have a sample oath right here in the front of the journal. I can't wait to roll out my other journal. It has a commission date for you right here in the front because a lot of times you're asked to write your commission number. Okay, so this is my new journal. But you'll see the one with the yellow for now has an update. So anyway, once it's all official, we're going to do another rollout. But also you have a sample oath here, sample screening question. So we try to cover everything you would need as a notary in the front of that journal. and within the journal pages. Okay. Lori's next step says she is way. Donna, we was just talking about you, girl. We were just talking about. No, wrong Donna. Wrong Donna. But this Donna is doing amazing too. We were just talking about the other Donna though with her website. Lori says, waiting on the background check to come back and my brother's printer. Yeah, and that background check shouldn't take but a couple days. And you will be good to go. Yes, you can start taking those loan signings. Very good. Very good. In the meantime, while you're waiting on your background check and your printer, go ahead and get your file created. I just had this conversation with somebody in the chat over the weekend. I actually ended up calling her, so I don't know if I typed it in the chat. But I'm going to tell you here for everybody right now. Okay, this is a gem. Right now, go ahead and start getting your folder together, Lori, with your W-9, with your ID, driver's license. They don't typically ask for a copy of your social, but you need that W-9. I think we got that in the loan signing course. The form is there for you to download, okay? A downloadable. So you already have access to that. And if you don't have a notary resume already, you can create you one yourself, or I do have the templates at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I even reduced the price of those so everybody can have a basic business card. It has 2 basic business cards. It has a postcard in there. It has a notary resume template. You can always tweak it, add to it, take away. And 2 postcards, business card, and it's something else in there. I can't remember what it is, but it's all $17 for the package. I simplified the packages because I was like, you know what? I could say buy 1 business card. Okay, $5. Buy this business card for $5. Buy the resume for $10. I was like, you know what? I don't play games. So I know you need the whole package. If you want to use the card without the picture or and all the fancy stuff, you can pick whatever one you want. You might want 2 business cards. So anyway, the package is only $17 at the time of this recording. Okay. Congrats though, Lori. And then go back and catch that part if you missed it in the course about next steps once you pass. Okay. Very good. And it's actually on your tip sheet. Did you download the tip sheet, Lori, for loan signing agent? Let me know, did you download that one? Did you download the tip sheet for notary signing agent? Let me see. Did you download that? Yes. Very good. Aren't the next steps on there? I think it's a section that has your next steps. I think it's a section on there. See, Lori is working the program. That is what brings me the most joy. That is what brings me the most joy. And that's how we can offer for $47. Because you're doing the work. I'm providing you with the info, providing you with the support, but you're doing the work. Lori is doing the work. So she do her part, we do our part, and together everybody wins. That's real talk. Real talk. I think it's a section on your Lori next steps, if I'm not mistaken. You can let me know or not. So what other questions do we have? I have a few more minutes before I head out because I think I feel something in my eye. I'm sorry to be looking in the camera, but my eye is a little red. I think I'm actually having a food allergy. Really quick, off topic. So we went to a restaurant. We had Chinese food for lunch. It was so good. I have not eaten at a buffet forever. I'm not big on buffets. I pray I don't get sick today. I pray I don't get sick because I don't like eating at buffets. I do not. A couple of reasons. One, I'm at a stage in my life where I like to be served. Bring me my plate. Okay. I've been going through that for about maybe 10 years or so. Maybe about 10. Back in the day, I was a buffet. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the buffet. No, now I want to be served, bring me my meal, etc., etc. So anyway, we went to this Chinese buffet. And I'm going to get the rice. And it looks so good. I was having my mouth all set for it. I have a shrimp allergy. Actually, you guys know I have a lot of allergies. That's why my eyes are kind of dark. Okay, I need some concealer or something. I have a lot of allergies, a lot of food allergies. So anyway, I go to get the rice. And I'm looking through it. I'm looking at it. I said, is that a shrimp? So first I'm thinking maybe somebody just accidentally took a shrimp from something else and stuck it into that rice. And cross-contamination can happen. I will probably have a slight allergy as I'm having right now. Okay, rubbing my eyes. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, is that a shrimp? So I'm looking and I'm starting scooping the rice, kind of moving it around. And I was like, oh, I said, that's shrimp. That's full blown shrimp in there. Sorry. So I was like, I told the lady, and I don't know that I think we had a language barrier at first, because I told the gentleman, he saw my face, and I was like, this is shrimp, and he's looking like, oh my God, what is it? So I told him. I don't think he understood, because it said vegetable fried rice. Anyway, so I tell the lady, and she's listening, but she's kind of not. She said, so you can't eat that? I said, no. And I really wanted her to rename it for the next person so they didn't make the same mistake, right? So they finally get all that taken care of. They made me my own vegetable fried rice, which was delicious. So I had the vegetable fried rice, da-da-da. So all that being said, so I have terrible allergies sometimes. But this can even happen in your notary assignment. All things come back to notary. All things come back to notary. So we need to make sure that we're reading our documents out there, right? Because just like they thought it was vegetable fried rice, you could be looking at your documents and you think it's saying one thing, but it's really saying something different. So you have to take your time and read it. It may look like every other package, but every package is different. Okay. And we just had this happen. Actually, somebody was in training and they asked me, they said, Kimmi, will we be able to tell? I put in a training course on purpose. And this is not something you will learn anywhere else, but I just put it in the training course about letter of explanation. Okay. It doesn't say it needs to be signed. There's no way that you would know that. I just know that from experience. Sometimes a client will have to explain why they have a credit card, or why is this card still open, or why was it negative, or why were they late. Letter of explanation. They're explaining something. So that needs to be signed if it's in the package. And the signing company is not going to tell you. They'll just put an X. Okay? They'll just put an X on that document. So how are you supposed to know that? You won't. Just experience, and because of the way we teach you. And again, we can't show you every single thing that you may see, but we try to cover all the major things that they don't tell you about, or that somebody may not have ever seen before. I can only teach you what I know. Okay? And I've seen quite a bit out there. So we bring it to you the best that we can. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. But I do want to wish everybody much success in your business. If you need some help, any part of your notary business, check out Notary Educators, LLC.com. I'm going to say it a little bit slower because people say, you always rush through that. Notary Educators, LLC.com. We do have a couple people that hopped on. So if you have a question, if you drop it right now, I'll answer it. If not, I will see you guys over in mentorship. All inclusive. Check it out. You got a few seconds. Any questions? Going once? Going twice? All right. I'm going to see y'all over at mentorship. I'm going to tell everybody have a great evening on behalf of Notary Educators with Kimmi. Bye.